Hi Heather, how are you?
Well, thank you.
We're sitting here in our little studio today with one of our students, our final year students, Heather Costello. How are you today?
Very well.
And the reason why we're sitting here, because Heather is on an exciting journey. Well, almost. The journey hasn't yet quite begun. Because Heather, through one of our units, the intellectual property unit, and the lecturer in the intellectual property unit, Associate Professor Heather Forrest,
Yes.
from the University of Tasmania, who is very active in the internet space, and in particular with an organization called ICANN. What is ICANN? Because I suspect most people don't know what ICANN is.
So ICANN stands for the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and they're essentially the global body who controls the domain name system.
So what does that mean for people who don't know what a domain name is or a domain name system is?
So a domain name is, for example, facebook.com or google.com, and ICANN controls they coordinate the domain name system, and they also control the policy behind the domain name system.
So this is largely for what follows after the dot, google.com.
Yeah, .com, .net, .org.
What kind of names are available after that dot? Because Google is one that you can choose, but then .com is something that has a technical system behind it, because it hides, if you will, an identification for a user on those famous 7 servers that are sitting somewhere.
That's right.
And then, for example, I think they've started the use of some new names recently, or during the past 2 or 3 years, like geographic names.
Yes.
And all of this is handled, managed by ICANN. So it's very important, really, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. So any of the information that comes after the dot is called a top-level domain name. And as of 2014, there was a large expansion in the amount of top-level domain names available. So instead of just having domain names such as .com, .org, .edu, there are now many available, such as .chanel or .prada or .land rover. So it's expanded to be over 1,000 top-level domain names, which is a great expansion in the internet.
And ICANN, this private corporation, I think established under Californian law, is handling all of this. And what do you have to do with ICANN?
So my honours thesis is looking at whether the top level of the domain name system, so the .coms, whether the expansion of that top level creates an impetus for a more precise definition of a well-known mark in international law. So my thesis is centred around the expansion of the top level of the domain name system and ICANN's involvement in that expansion.
So a very challenging, onerous topic.
Yes.
But then, if I may add that from my Heather's also a very extraordinary good student, so she will have no difficulties mastering the challenge. But that's not all your honours thesis. There is something else exciting, because you will be going to a conference that involves ICANN.
Yes, so at the end of October, I'll be attending the ICANN 60 conference in Abu Dhabi for a week, and I'll be attending as part of the NextGen at ICANN program, which sees approximately 15 students from around the world, not necessarily students, but people from the age of 18 to 30 from around the world attend the ICANN conference.
So this is 15 people from around the world, right? 15. I mean, this is really extraordinary. So congratulations. And do you have an idea what will be going on in Abu Dhabi?
Yes, so as part of the program, we'll be able to take part in the policy discussions that are happening at the conference. We'll also be able to network with a lot of the people who attend the conference, and we'll be able to sit in on a lot of the discussions that are happening.
So this is really great news, great stuff.
Yes.
And can we hope that while you're there, we will get some more stuff from you as to what's happening there?
Oh, definitely.
That we can put on our website.
Yes.
So great. Well, from the law school, congratulations. I think this is really extraordinary and a really a great success story that you were chosen. I mean, I'm not sure whether you yourself realize what that means, out of 15 around the world. So that's, not just some conference that you've been invited to go to. So that's really an achievement, and probably something that you will remember for a long time to come. One of the exciting things during your time of studying law. And we'll hear more from you.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And safe travels, and looking forward to hearing more from you.
Thank you very much.